Will the real Venus please stand up? Oh, there you are. Well, hello everyone. Thanks for stopping by. In this video, we're going to take a look at Venus according to our eyes, cameras, and telescopes. We're also going to look at what these guys show us. Well, let's just get right into it.
Today we're going to be looking at the beautiful yet hellish planet of Venus. Visually, it's a very beautiful and elegant planet.
Well, I would think anything could be beautiful and elegant if you change the way it looks every time you show it to me. Am I right? So here, this is Sky Map on my iPhone, and that clearly is Venus. I'm using a Panasonic DMC FC70 point-and-click camera, and so we're going to pull it up, take a look at what Venus really does look like according to what we see. The first thing you may notice is that it looks like a light and not a terrestrial object. Well, that's strange. Everything we see from everyone else looks like a fiery pit of hell in the shape of a ball. What's going on here? Now, I'm no detective, but if I had a friend who said he was dating some girl and every time he showed me a picture of her, it was a different picture, I would start to become a little suspicious of him. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I've become paranoid in my old age and just can't trust anyone. Or maybe I know BS when I see it. And you give me CGI pictures over and over and over and they don't even match? You're making it real hard for me to have any more faith in you, NASA, JAXA, ESA, SpaceXa. Not good, guys. The #1 rule about lying is you gotta keep your story straight. But you guys have lied so much for so long involving so many other people, you can't keep your story straight nor your CGI. We got a problem. So let's see what we got. Pluto. I love Pluto. Oh, come on. See what they did there? Pluto the planet, Pluto the dog. Let's get back to some real space. Yeah, the globe, that'll work. That's real. Wait, well, what they pointing at? Sex? What in the... What are these guys, working with Disney or something? I mean, what is this? The Lion King? I mean, oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, Disney's wholesome. I mean, whoa, what the booty? SCX with Tangled, and what is this holding? What is and you put that away. I mean, Disney's for the kids, man. Remember the kids? Yeah, the kids, the Mickey Mouse Club, all those kids. That's wholesome. That's good stuff. Remember all those sweet little girls? The Mickey Mouse Club girls. All the great little singers, all sweet, good for you and your kids to look up to, you know, daughters. Whoa, what the heck, hand sign? What's this guy doing? What's he poking out there? And Britney Spears, hold on a second. Disney? That's a Disney girl. Disney girl. Disney 666. Disney. Selena Gomez is your mother. Miley. Hannah Montana. What is that golden hold on a second. 666. Whoa. All these wholesome. What's he doing with his hand under his shirt? It's the Masonic. Oh, she's naked. Masonic Disney. All those were sweet little Disney girls. I know all these young girls that used to look up to them. And now they don't look like any girl I would want my daughter looking up to at all. In fact, what would Miley Cyrus's dad think about the way she's dressing? Now, hold on one achy breaky minute. What is this? Is that Miley and her dad? What's this say? While there may be an uproar around Miley Cyrus's topless shoot for Vanity Fair, it's possible the photograph of Miley with achy breaky dad is more disturbing. Or maybe it's just because we've never seen a daughter pose like this with her father. Strange. The Vanity Fair article about Miley where she's speaking of the topless photo, I think it's really artsy. Not in a skanky way. You can't say no to Annie. She's so cute. She gets the puppy dog look and you're like, okay. Strange. Her and her dad had a brief estrangement in 2011 when the 20-year-old radically changed her image from the Disney princess Hannah Montana to the sexed-up icon. Her naked video had been watched over 19 million times in 24 hours. Miley getting completely naked. The controversial soft porn had the 20-year-old moan in heartbreak while dangling nude. There couldn't have been a more sexual and provocative imagery unless she started to act out fellatio. Apparently, Billy was way more chill than your average parent. As Miley explained, that as long as she stays being nice, awesome person, then he's got no issue. No issue with her getting her boobs out? Kind of makes sense? Really? That makes sense to you? I hope you're not a parent. Or do you have nieces or sisters or any young girl you care about? I hope you're not a mother. If you are, you probably love Disney. Oh my gosh. Mickey, what the hey? Oh, there's Werner with all Walt. Oh, Mason. These guys. I heard they have a restaurant at Disneyland called the 33. Look at the pyramids. Oh gosh, Mickey, stop it. Oh, Club 33. Oh, restaurant. Disney restaurant 33. That's the Mason's favorite number. You know, Christ died at 33 years old, and the highest Freemasonry level is the 33-degree Mason, and this just isn't looking. Oh, what does this guy say? That which we must say to the crowd is we worship a God, but it is the God that you adores without superstition. To you, Sovereign Grand Inspectors General, we say this, that you may repeat it to the brethren of the 32nd and 31st and 30th degrees. The Masonic religion should be, by all of us initiates of the high degrees, maintained in the purity of the Luciferian doctrine. If Lucifer were not God, would Adonai, Jesus, calumniate, that is, spread false and harmful statements about him? Yes, Lucifer is God. Who is this guy? General Albert Pike, 33-degree Mason, very famous devil-worshipping bastard. Walt Disney, Mason. Werner von Braun, Mason. All astronauts, Masons. Look at these astronauts doing their pagan rites with their devil horns. Does that seem like something astronauts would do? Oh, look at this. Look at this fakery. That's a moon of Saturn called Mimas. Looks just like the Death Star, but they say it couldn't be mimicked after the Death Star because Star Wars had come out 3 years before they could see the crater there. That's their objection to people saying that this is mimicking a movie. That no, it couldn't be mimicking, it's real because it came out 3 years after the movie. We discovered it 3 years after Star Wars came out with the Death Star. Shut your lying mouth. Watch out, Matt Damon, there's a robot behind you. Oh wait, did he make it back? Those potatoes? He floated back on potato juice, vodka or something? Okay. Well, who took the picture of this darn thing? Selfie stick? 20 feet long? Then they edit the selfie stick out, they say. They answered me in a question one time. I said, NASA, how did they take the picture? They said, oh, it's taken with a selfie stick, and then we edit the selfie stick out. You know what? It'd be a lot more believable if you showed the damn selfie stick. I think you might be lying. Ah, that's more like it. That's what I'm used to. Good old NASA. Expose yourselves. Thank you. That's more realistic there. Don't even get me started here. NASA, I think you might be a deceiver. I think your father might be the devil. I know that sounds pretty ludicrous for people to hear me say, I think your daddy might be the devil. But when you learn about these people, they worship Lucifer.
You really like attention, don't you? You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling the kettle black, if I ever thought of it. Saying I misrepresented myself.
Away from me.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
You want me to knock you in the head?
Well, I want you to swear to God on the Bible that you walked on the moon.
Okay.
If you walked on the moon, we're given the opportunity to swear to God that you walked on the moon.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to get the hell knocked out of you if you don't leave me alone.
So why don't you just put the end to the record in the argument and put your hand on the Bible, swear to God you walked on the moon.
Mr. Cybro, knowing you, that's probably a fake Bible.
Well, you're talking to the wrong guy. Why don't you talk to the administrator in NASA? We're passengers. We're guys going on a flight.
I don't hit people, but you're going to be on the deck unless you get
I'm heading out. I appreciate it.
and get the hell out of my house.
Well,
Take your stuff and get the fuck out. Why don't you quote me and say it's bullshit?
And the shadows in her uncle. I don't give a damn about all that shit.
Mr. Cybro, you do not deserve answers.
If you show this publicly, you're open for a lawsuit. Okay?
They do. They are liars. There is no space. They have lied to us all. Earth is not a spinning, wobbling, rotating, orbiting ball, and Venus is not a terrestrial planet. Pretty wild stuff, huh? None of those guys would swear on the Bible that they walked on the moon. But you'll believe them when they tell you that all these planets are terrestrial objects. Look at what we're looking at on the screen. It's a light, baby. I'm going to read to you a couple of things from Popular Science. And while I'm reading these facts, and yes, I use that word facts extremely loosely, I want you to look at the image on the screen and you tell me if the things that Popular Science reports to us concerning the nature of Venus makes any sense at all with what you're seeing. About 80% of the Venetian surface is covered by smooth volcanic plains, consisting of 70% plains with wrinkle ridges and 10% smooth or lobate plains. 2 highland continents make up the rest of its surface, one lying in the planet's northern hemisphere and just the other south of the equator. I don't see an equator at all. The northern continent is called Ishtar Terra. How convenient. After Ishtar, the Babylonian goddess of love, and is about the size of Australia. The southern continent is called Aphrodite Terra, after the Greek goddess of love, and is the larger of the 2 highland regions at roughly the size of South America. Venus is a primary feature of the night sky and so has been of remarkable importance in mythology, astrology, and fiction throughout the history and in different cultures. Classical poets such as Homer, Sappho, Ovid, and Virgil spoke of the star and its light. Romantic poets such as William Blake, Robert Frost, Alfred Lord Tennyson, and William Wordsworth wrote odes to it. Ishtar. Let's back up for a second. Now that's facts about it. It's facts about the mythology of it. Let's get into some hard math. It takes about 225 Earth days long to orbit the Sun. Normally that would mean that days on Venus would be longer than years. However, because of Venus' curious retrograde rotation, I don't see any rotation at all. Let me not digress. The time from one sunrise to the next is only about 117 Earth days long. The atmospheric composition is 96.5% carbon dioxide, 3.5% nitrogen, with minor amounts of sulfur dioxide, argon, water, carbon monoxide, helium, and neon. Venus may have had water oceans in the past, but these would have been vaporized as the temperature rose due to runaway greenhouse effect. The water has probably photodissociated and the free hydrogen been swept away into interplanetary space by the solar wind because of the lack of a planetary magnetic field. The internal structure of Venus's metallic iron core is roughly 2,400 miles wide, 6,000 kilometers. Venus' molten rocky mantle is roughly 1,200 miles, or 3,000 kilometers thick. They say that they know the thickness of Venus's core and what it's made of, a metallic iron, 2,400 miles wide. Okay, I don't know how they know that. Do you know the deepest we've ever drilled into our own planet Earth? Take a guess. A couple hundred miles? 8 miles. That's the deepest we've ever drilled. 8 miles. About 12 kilometers. We can get to this planet, right? This is where we start. But we cannot even get to Venus, and they tell us so. But they're going to say that they know it's 2,400 mile wide iron core in Venus. But we cannot even get past 8 miles on our own Earth. Does that make any sense to you? Do you know any way whatsoever besides witchcraft that they could know what that place is made up of at the center? I think it might be a Tootsie Pop. That's what I think. Venus is the second planet from the Sun, is named for the Roman goddess of love and beauty. Now we're getting somewhere. The planet, the only planet named after a female, it also has many other names we'll get into in a moment. But before we do, I want to show you some more footage that I shot with my Panasonic DMC FZ70. This is another star. Or wait, is it a planet? Planet, star. Really makes no difference because they all look the same to real people like you and I when we look at them ourselves. The only time that you are ever going to see this thing look differently when you're using one of your own instruments, such as a camera or a telescope, is if you have a newer digital telescope, because they have the planets pre-programmed in there to match closer to what NASA shows us with their CGI. No, I'm not kidding. What they do is they have these different sensors to where they take data, and they manipulate it and stack the images to where it's closer to what you would see if you were given an image by NASA. Now, they don't say that last part, but I guarantee it. See, the digital files of the newer telescopes, they already have memory saved of what the planet should look like according to popular science. And when it recognizes the direction you're facing, the time and date, and yes, it has all that good stuff, it compiles the images with what you see with, how do you say it, augmented reality. And then they show you what you're supposed to see. Yes, I'm serious. It's like the Pokemon game. Now, I never played it, but who didn't see it everywhere, all over TV, internet, your yard. I mean, you could just look out your window and see the screen of what these people are seeing as they're hunting Pokemon in your yard. It's augmented reality. So there's no Pokemon there, but the people actually do see it, right? Same thing with these telescopes. There is no images like NASA shows us there, but you will see it in those telescopes. So what is the point of all this exactly? Venus. Is Venus real? Well, that's my footage there. Is Venus a light? Is Venus a planet? Is Venus celestial or terrestrial? Can you go there? Is it rotating? Does it have an orbit? These people have lied to us. The first thing you got to know is that NASA cannot be trusted. Let's take a look at some of the NASA badges and the Department of Defense badges. These don't look very friendly. I saw Satan, we got Thor, we got a dragon, we got Apollo Clementine. Look, there's the Masonic symbol. You can see the Masonic symbol, like the square and the compass and the lights there. And then we got Orion coming up. Okay, another pagan dude. And look at here, 666, six-sided patch. The 6 with the scribble in the middle, and the 6 with the number up top. We got a dragon with a vector. We got Pegasus. We got Aries. What else we got? A bunch of evil. Do you think it's an accident? These people are Masons. They worship Satan. They really do. They lie to us. They've deceived the whole world. And how have they done it? With space. It's fake. The Bible says there's a firmament, there's the earth, is founded upon the waters, heaven is directly above. What does NASA say? There's nothing above. In fact, nothing at all, except expanding space as a result of a big bang. So, Venus. Is Venus a spinning, orbiting, rotating, cake walking, bingo playing ball, just like the earth? Of course it isn't. They lied. They're liars. It's plain as day. Now, I've tried to have fun with this video, and it has been a lot of fun. But in all reality, this is extremely serious. I'm going to put on my serious mode now real quick. I'm going to try to be serious now because I've had a lot of fun making this video. But these people are evil. They are liars. They have sold out their brothers and sisters. Now, they don't think that they're our brothers and sisters. They think that they're from another bloodline, a Norse alien bloodline, is what they think. Just like Germany did, just like the Jehovah's Witness believe, just like L. Rod Hubbard believes, just like Jack Parsons believed, Aleister Crowley believes. White, tall, fair-skinned aliens. That's their gods, that's their makers, that's their daddy. And that's who will come back. Yes, that's who will come back. These people are liars. They do not care about you. The name alone means deceiver, and one who exalts himself, bears themselves up with rockets, and then they turn over before they hit the firmament. Every video, every photo. There's waters above and waters below. There is no space. There are no planets. There's the earth. There's the firmament. There's the stars, the sun, and the moon. None of them are balls. None of them. They are circles or disc. That is it. Heaven is directly above. And like it says in the book of Revelation, the firmament will be rolled back, and the men will run into the caves and the clefts of the rock and pray to the rocks for the rocks to fall upon them, to hide them from the face of him who sits on the throne. And then Yeshua will come down with his army. And that is the day of the Lord. Woe to him who does not repent. Venus is a light, and NASA is a liar. And you have your own mind to make up about it. There's a lot of problems with NASA. And you know what? It all points to that the scriptures are true. Do not be deceived. The disciples came to Christ and they said, What will be the sign of your coming, and when will the end be? The first thing out of his mouth was, see that you are not deceived. These people are liars. Get wiser, my brethren. Cling to the Most High God. Expose these liars for the deceivers that they are. They've caused much hurt to many people on the land. And they've made people believe that they are from monkeys and molecules from a big bang 14 million years ago. Do you know, I'm not going to waste my time pulling this up. You can pull it up. Do you know that they claim the universe is 14.6 billion years old approximately? And then they tell us that there's starlight over 15 billion years old. They gotta keep their lies straight, but they cannot, because God allows them to expose themselves, that they will be caught in their own backsliding. The dragon comes, but so does the roaring lion, the conquering lion of Judah, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. So be wise as serpents, but harmless as doves. Search the scriptures daily like the Bereans to prove if these things be so. And cling to the blessing. Fight the good fight, persevere to the end, and you will receive a crown of righteousness. The Most High got us, okay? Alright, my brethren. Stay strong, be very courageous. And thank you all for stopping by. See you in the kingdom. Shalom. Thank you everybody that watched the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a like, share, and subscribe, and thank you so much. Remember, no one's going to Mars. There is no space. There are no planets. Elon Musk is a fraudster. NASA's a liar. NASA means deceiver, and one who bears himself up and causes others to bear their iniquity. They are liars. Satan is the god of this world. All the infrastructure under him is his doing, a mixing of good and evil. Just like he convinced Eve to take of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, to choose what's right for ourselves rather than listen to God and have eternal life. So cling to the blessing. Don't fall for these hoaxsters, these fraudsters, these liars, these deceivers, these banksters, wanksters. Don't fall for this crap. There is no space. There's earth, a dome, and heaven. No aliens are coming. They will be demons. Keep your mind right. Be sober, be vigilant. Be fearless and courageous. Cling to the blessing. Cling to the Most High God. The Holy Bible is true. And remember, if the moon's not a ball, they faked it all. Shalom.